Thank you, sir. May I now call upon the Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal to make his remarks. Sir.
Your Excellency Shri Narendra Modi ji, member of delegation from both sides, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, for your kind words. I am equally touched by your warm welcome and generous hospitality. This is my fourth visit to India as the Prime Minister of Nepal. I fondly recall my previous visit in September 2008 and then twice in September and October 2016. I bring with me the greeting and best wishes of the government and people of Nepal. We are happy to see the remarkable transformation of India's economic and development landscape under the able leadership of Prime Minister Modi ji. I congratulate Prime Minister Modi ji on completion this week of 9 years in government with far-reaching achievement on many fronts. The relation between Nepal and India are age-old and multifaceted. These relations stand on the solid foundation built on the one hand by the rich tradition of civilizational, cultural, socio-economic linkage, and on the other by the two countries' firm commitment to the time-tested principle of sovereign equality, mutual respect, understanding, and cooperation. Today, as Prime Minister Modi ji mentioned, we made an extensive review of the progress in our relation and renewed our commitment to further strengthen this relation and cooperation. I appreciate Prime Minister Modi ji's neighborhood first policy. In our meeting today, we discussed the ways to further strengthen cooperation in diverse areas including trade, transit, investment, hydropower development, power trade, irrigation, agriculture, connectivity, including air entry routes, railways, bridge, transmission line, expansion of petroleum pipeline, construction of integrated checkposts, as well as cultural and people-to-people contact. As you all witnessed, Prime Minister Modi ji and I jointly launched various projects through remote inauguration, flagging up, and groundbreaking. A number of agreement and MOUs have also been exchanged. We reviewed the progress made in the implementation of the hydroelectricity project in Nepal and toward the construction of cross-border transmission line. It is one of the most important elements of our economic partnership. Nepal's hydropower can not only contribute to our economies and energy security, but also serve as an important factor to realize our climate ambition. I appreciate India's import of 452 megawatt of power from Nepal and requested Prime Minister Modi ji for approval of the import of additional 1200 megawatt of power from Nepal, including 456 megawatt Upper Tamakosi. I thank Prime Minister Modi ji for positive response. Looking ahead, an agreement on the long-term power trade has been completed. On this agreement, India will import 10,000 megawatt of power from Nepal in the next 10 years. This is a major development in enhancing cooperation in this area based on the joint vision statement that the two Prime Ministers issued in April 2022. I also appreciated India's willingness to facilitate the export of hydropower from Nepal to Bangladesh through India. We have agreed that export up to 50 megawatt of power from Nepal to Bangladesh via India would commence soon, and the three countries would work out an agreement to this effect soon. Today, we also witnessed the signing and exchange of the project development agreement for the development of 669 megawatt Lower Arun hydropower project and the MOU on the development of 480 megawatt Phukot Karnali hydropower project. These projects provide a fresh momentum for power sector development and cross-border trade. Prime Minister Modi ji and I agreed to advance the Pancheshwar multipurpose project by concluding the DPR within 3 months. For this purpose, we have directed our respective officials to expedite bilateral discussion. The modalities of implementation will be concluded within 1 year after the approval of DPR by the two governments. We welcome the construction of the Tanakpur link canal and agreed that water will be released from Tanakpur barrage to irrigation command area of Nepal through this canal in a phase-wise manner based on the necessary facilities on the Nepali side. I am happy to state that the vital transmission line project under LOC 4 will commence soon. Prime Minister Modi ji and I discussed other aspects of the cooperation in water resources, including irrigation. We also discussed to resolve the problem of inundation and take appropriate measure for flood control. We have directed our officials to hold meeting of bilateral mechanisms at the earliest to address the issues and find ways for further cooperation before the onset of monsoon. We discussed the promotion of trade and the ways of reducing Nepal's increasing trade deficit with India. India is Nepal's largest trading partner. I have requested Prime Minister Modi ji for non-reciprocal market access to India with more flexible and easy quarantine procedure for Nepal's agricultural products and simplified rules of origin for other products. We also discussed the establishment of well-equipped testing labs along the major border points and formalizing of the arrangement for mutual recognition of test certificate. I requested Prime Minister Modi ji to lifting of the anti-dumping duty on Nepali jute products. Integrated checkposts and dry ports are crucial for trade facilitation as well as for seamless cross-border movement of goods and people. Prime Minister Modi ji and I jointly inaugurated the ICP at Nepalganj Rupediha border and performed remote groundbreaking of the ICP at Bhairava Sunauli border. Similarly, we witnessed the exchange of the MOU on building of an integrated checkpost and dry port at Dodara Chandani. The revised treaty of transit was signed and exchanged today. We have also agreed to direct early convening of the Commerce Secretary level mechanism to initiate the process for review of the Treaty of Trade. The MOU between the NPCIL and NCHL signed today will ease the cross-border payments much needed by the business people, students, pilgrims and travelers of both Nepal and India. We just witnessed the groundbreaking of the Phase 2 of Motihari Amlekhganj petroleum pipeline. We look forward to its early construction. We have also reached an agreement for the extension of Motihari Amlekhganj petroleum pipeline up to Chittagong and construction of a new cross-border petroleum pipeline from Siliguri to Jhapa on grant basis. Prime Minister Modi ji and I jointly flagged off the cargo rail service between Batnaha and Viratnagar, Nepal Custom Yards. The passenger rail service between Jayanagar to Kurtha has been extended to Bijalpura. I thank the Government of India for its generous assistance in constructing these railway links. We also held discussion on the early completion of the works in the remaining segment and sustained operation of this railway through training and capacity building of Nepali railway personnel. We discussed about Nepal's request for additional air entry route. Nepal welcomes India's positive indication of air entry route for bilateral flights. It is operationally feasible for ATR aircraft. We request for approval of high-altitude additional air entry route from Mahendranagar at an early date. We appreciate India's approval for near-border flight operation in the Gautam Buddha International Airport in Bhairava. Nepal, through publishing ILS procedure in the AIP to enhance safety and efficiency of the flight operation. We would like to have regular flights from Nepal's newly built international airport of Bhairava and Pokhara to and from various cities of India.